Shout out Sports Card Show. Today is July 25th. It's Monday, the last Monday before the National. The National is all you're going to hear about this week. That's it, just National. If you do anything in sports cards, it better be National. We'll get into that today. Got a lot of great content, a couple new content creators, some old ones with some weekend updates. Picked out a couple cool things I thought be worth sharing with you, and something that I think that might make you laugh at the end. So sit back, grab your coffee or your Coke or your drink or whatever it is, but leave comments, subscribe, all that stuff. Let's go ahead and jump into the show. Thanks again, guys, for being here. Let me also say thank you, ladies, for being here as well. I was just thinking about Courtney. Courtney made a comment on Reckless on how in the very male-dominated sports card industry, we do often say, come on, guys and bros and stuff. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here. Good people, as a Sports Card Anonymous would say. Look, first content creator I'm going to pop into your sub-love rotation is the Canton Card Collector here at 462. Love to see him break 500. We'll help him go all the way to 1,000. Really good video here. He does a response video to Sports Card Dad's video, which I thought was pretty cool. So Sports Card Dad, hope you enjoyed checking this out. Next video I have here, new content creator to me, but definitely not to the community, with 6,520 something subscribers. This is Callie and Jordan cards. I really enjoyed this because this was just basically father and son ripping a box of Hockey Series 2 and just chilling. I mean, like, there's no super production here in the video, just father and son ripping cards, talking sports, man. Just dig it. So new to me. If it's not new to you, go over and give a little sub love. Remember, tell these channels Ziggy sent you. You know, I gotta get that little branding out there. So tell them Ziggy sent you. Appreciate that. JR Baseball, big fan of the channel. On Mondays, he does the shout out to other channels. Just want you to know, this weekend they won and are advancing the state championships in Florida. So maybe we won't get a video from them, but I did want to give them a shout out. That's really awesome. It's exciting. I understand that excitement. I was with my sons myself. We had a tournament in Virginia for basketball this weekend. A really great time. Really great time. Next up, great video here from the Sports Card Dad, and he talks about different investments, you know, cryptos, real estate. Just real quickly, I enjoyed the conversation. You know, he kind of got a lot of good comments back on his feed this weekend. And I think it really is another thing people just think about, is that people invest in sports card when everything was doing well, and they're looking for other things they could invest money in to make, you know, higher returns. But with the way the market is right now, there's a lot of opportunities for people to take money. If you have $1,000, $10,000, there's just so many options. So really enjoyed his perspective, and I'll continue to say the correction continues. On that note, we'll go over here to Neo's Cards and Comics, who does do a great job on his weekly updates. I do encourage check this out. He breaks down like how many Prism Silvers are sold, Prism Basketball, Prism Football. A couple highlights here. I think even he now is starting to see that the market's kind of correcting. I mean, I'll be honest, I think everybody's recognized that. I've heard a lot of people start recognizing and saying the word correction, although I've been saying it for, I think, easily over a year. One thing he makes a comment in here, he says specifically, raw to grade is in play. That's right, raw to grade is in play. Right now is a great time with $18 to buy cards, ship them in, raw to grade is the play. Thought that was interesting. The reason I say that is because right here, next video I've got is from AIH. And what does he say here? It's like the same weekend, avoid raw to grade. Now, sometimes when I see that, I think to myself, is this a response video? Did he watch Neo? Is he trying to, you know, take a poke at Neo? No, not at all. I think this was actually just timing, because honestly, if you listen to Neo's conversation, he's saying it's a good time to take this for new Prism, right? You got some good silver Prism rookies you picked up, send them in for $18, you get them back into the fall, I think, and possibly sell them. What AIH, Raul's talking about here, is specifically buying lots. So he talked about the Brady lot, an older lot, and trying to grade those, and that fails. So let me just say this. I agree with Neo, and I agree with AIH. Avoid raw to grade on older cards, because if they weren't graded already, if someone missed the grading windstorm in 2020, 2021, there's got to be some suspect, you know, behind that. Even I have cards I didn't grade. I'm thinking to myself, well, why didn't you grade these? At the same time, I do think it's an opportunity, if you want to go raw to grade. Okay, cool video here from Crypto Dick Butts. No, it's about Crypto Dick Butts. No, it's Card Ladder here. Okay, check this out. Hopefully you guys can hear this. Yeah, let me just say something. I don't know if you guys heard that, but what's going on here is that Chris is bringing to attention the card that sold on PWCC. I think this was. I think it was PWCC. Maybe it was Golden. Anyway, for a lot less. And he's this is kind of suspect. Two things I want to note to you. Number one, these guys work for an auction house. So even if it's not going to be PCC, I don't trust their unbiased or their biased opinion. Second of all, this proves to me what I've said all along. Most of these content creators aren't paying attention to anything else going on in the world. They don't. They're so into themselves only. They only think of themselves. They don't look at other things going on. We already heard about this on Sports Card Radio. If you're in the sports card world and you're not listening to Sports Card Radio, even if you hate them, they talked about this. And if you don't believe them, you can go look up this card, this patch. This card did sell for like 700, 800 bucks a while back. The patch has been changed. It's been like tracked on several other people have talked about it. I think, I don't want to quote this. I think one of the major channels even talked about this before. Why wouldn't these guys just say that? Why would they go, well, it's suspect? And he goes, well, I think it's because of the white patch versus the gray. Well, then call it out. Like, why is it so hard for them to do that? You ever wonder that? Here you go right here. Here it is. Here's the premier auction. That's what it sold for, 168. He's talking about it right there. Okay. He specifically talks about this. You can watch the videos below. Make your own decision. Okay. Another video of the weekend that hit that I really wanted to talk about. I actually wanted to do a reaction video, but I didn't get around to it. I got enough reactions for Jeff. I got to get caught up on. I want to point out he did this on his Market Mover Sports Card Investor channel, right? Not the main channel, which I thought was interesting. He didn't put this on Sports Card Investor saying, hey, guess what? Number cards are losing value. I really like the Glorious P's response here. Glorious P, I'm all with you, man. If you guys haven't followed Glorious P, you should be following him. If you listen to Glorious P, you'd be doing a much better position than you were if you weren't. Okay. My takeaway, Glorious P, is that look, in 12 months from now, the whole world's gonna be, yeah, remember when Jeff came out and warned us about those cards? They're never going to give the people who really talked about this credit. And that's people like you and me, because we've all said this. I've been saying this forever, guys. If it doesn't have an autograph or a piece of game or even player touched relic, it's going to lose value, because it's what we refer to as, it has an infinite volume. You can make as many number 10 cards as you want to. You just keep changing the name of them, right? You can make as number 99 cards as you want to. You can make as many short print as you want to. There's no limit to how many you can make. There is an actual limit to how many things a human being can sign. Now I know you go, well, he could sign more in a year than he would. I don't care. You get my point. These are finite resources. Autographs are a finite resource. It's the most important thing in the hobby, to be honest with you. It also is the only thing in the hobby that has law supporting it. You can't forge, counterfeit those autographs, right? There's some legality behind it. So if you're in the hobby and you're collecting, the only thing you should focus on is autographs. Now, I'm going to go down and say rookie cards are great. And like I said, the relics are great. There are some other things, but guys, not for investments. Don't be a fool. Glorious P, shout out. Okay, I want to hit you guys with the barrage. Here we go. The National Sports Card Collectors Conference is coming up this weekend. And guys, and maybe you live under a rock and you've never been outside your home, and you've never been to a conference before, a convention, or I don't know. If you haven't, we got a lot of good content for you. And again, I'm not knocking any of this, but I just thought to myself after listening to these videos, like, is there really, like, the only thing I think I could say that I'm like, oh, I'm glad I listened to the videos on was wear comfortable shoes. But if you didn't think about that coming, then you just weren't planning ahead of time. Junk Wax Hero does a great video on his plan for the convention. I enjoy it. I'm also going to say I like Cardboard Chronicles video. I don't have his up. Triple Crown, great video here. Long podcast, psychology podcast, but he talks about the National. A really good video. Again, I like it, but it's long. Over here, John and Mike, listen. I would say a lot of this is just really the same. They're kind of reading to you so that you could read yourself, which is fine. And they give you some insights. Mike does a great job giving some insights. He's kind of like, he's busy, because look at this. Mike's on this channel, then Mike's over here talking about National, and I appreciate it because Mike has a lot of great National. Last minute Prepper's Guide to the National. Prepper's Guide, dude. That made me think to myself, like, I need to bring like a gas mask and like food in case we get locked in there. Could you imagine, like, you get locked into the National and you like pull out some MREs, like, I was ready, I had Prepper's Guide, I had my MREs ready. I'm just joking, because that's not what they're talking about here. But I thought that was funny. And then right here, maybe one of my favorite pre-National jitters. like, really? I don't know if I have any jitters about going to a card show. Like if I had my cousin Carlos on right now, he'd be making fun of this. Like, you think these guys are getting ready for a wedding, like their own wedding, right? Too. It's not like they're going to somebody else's wedding. Like you would go to a wedding, you're like, man, it's gonna be great. We're gonna party out, the lake and hang out and drink beer, all buddies from college. This is like you're going to your wedding over I don't know. It's interesting. I went there in 2016, and personally, I was not as into it as people submit it was a sound it'd be like. And I will say at the time, it was the Breakers promoting it. So just in perspective, I'm looking forward to the meeting people and the manufacturing stuff, Topps, Panini, Upper Deck stuff. But I really I'm not going at all for the dealer stuff. Okay, I think I got one more video. Yeah, one more video for you guys. What's this video right here? Oh, that's not important. That's a pop. Okay, listen to this. Hopefully you guys can hear this. So real quickly, for all the dealers that are going to be the national list this week, and everybody who's in the sports card world because it's your job, I just thought we'd close on this because this part really made me laugh. And I just want to bring you in. Listen to the Card Ladder gang talk about people who are been in the sports card community and make money off it. And they're complaining about because the sports community slowed down, they can't buy more cards. So Chris and Josh. I don't know. That just rubbed me the wrong way, guys. I'll leave my comments to myself, but everybody out there, I don't care what you're doing, man. I give a lot of people grief. If you're doing it honest, keep doing it. I don't care what your hustle is. You got 3 jobs, 4 jobs. To me, this is a hobby. This is my hobby. I enjoy it because it's my hobby. It's fun. But I would never attack. Well, I won't say never. I probably have, and I'll probably bite my tongue on that. But if I have, I apologize because I just thought that was rude. Have a great day, guys. See you tomorrow.